So as always, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, guests of the Lord Mayor, on Hanukkah. We're especially blessed this year with the weather. It's not raining, there's no ice, it's warm and comfortable, and absolutely delighted to be here. So I'm just going to, I know the Lord Mayor has lots of events he has to move on to, so just a couple of welcomes, a few words from me, and then I'm going to call upon the Lord Mayor to say a few words. So just the welcomes, of course, to the Lord Mayor. We're in his house and very grateful indeed to be here. A welcome to Ambassador Boker, to Deputy Ambassador Weitzman, to Hanukkah Shulman. We have a representative here, Mr. Markowitz from the US Embassy, members of the Executive of the Representative Council, ladies and gentlemen from different parts of the world, and especially Dublin. You're all incredibly welcome here. And just before I forget, thanks to those that have helped put the event together, and that of course is to the indefatigable Menorah, who works day and night to make sure things get put together properly, to Brian, who brings all the transports everything here, builds it, takes it down, to Eric, who's been helping always today, and to Rifki, who's behind most of these events. So thank you all. Very, very grateful. Just a couple of thoughts about Hanukkah. On Hanukkah we remember how an oppressed minority were able to stand strong and keep their faith and keep their religion against all odds. The message of the Hanukkah menorah, the message of the light, is not just for Jewish people, it's a message for mankind. It's the power, and it's the same message every year. It's the power of light over darkness. It's the power that one small flame has to dispel a huge amount of darkness. We live in a world which is, often we look around and we see dark things happening, troubling things happening. What can we do? We can spread light. We can do one more act of goodness to make the world a better place. And if we look at the Hanukkah, the menorah, we see that the lights are individual. It's not one huge flame, they're individual lights, which means that each of us, each individual person, Jew, Gentile, makes no difference your faith or creed, we all have the ability to share a little bit of light, to make the space that we live in that bit more bright, that bit more warm, another act of kindness, another act of goodness, another act to make the world a better place. So it's really a pleasure for me at this point to call upon the Lord Mayor, Mícheál MacDonncha, to share a few words of welcome with us.
Thank you, Rabbi, and thank you all. It's a privilege to take part in this annual celebration here at the Mansion House with Dublin's Jewish community. And tonight, on this December evening, I want to take you back to an August 100 years ago. In August 1917, the Irish Jewish revolutionary Robert Briscoe, who went on, of course, to become a Lord Mayor of Dublin, returned from New York ready to take his part in the struggle for Irish freedom. He was sent to New York in 1914 to avoid conscription into the British Army. And he was inspired by what he saw in New York in the aftermath of the 1916 Rising. He attended meetings of Clan na Gael there, and he returned to Dublin determined, like so many of his generation, and indeed like so many in the Jewish community in Ireland at the time, to make a determined stand for Irish independence. So we're gathered here tonight on the steps of the Mansion House, marking another liberation that occurred some 2,100 years ago. The Jewish festival of Hanukkah marks the retaking of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem and restoring it to its appointed holy purpose. Judah Maccabee, the hero of Hanukkah, knew that victory would not be attained in numbers, but in a clear and focused dedication to their goal. And my predecessor as Ard Mhéara, Robert Briscoe, and indeed the men and women of the period 1916 to 1923, showed that same dedication and determination. So as the Rabbi has said, at this time of year, this time of darkness, where we bring light, and it's a tradition that runs across, I believe, all religions and all cultures, the shining of light in the darkness. We recall all those who today seek that light, the light of peace, the light of justice, the light of equality, the light of human rights, wherever they may be. So to Rabbi Lent, Cantor Shulman, Representative Council President Abrahamson, Ambassador Boker, and the entire Jewish community, let me wish you a Chag Samach, a most happy Hanukkah.
Thank you so much, Lord Mayor. And just before we do light, I just wanted to make a small presentation to you of a lovely book. It's called Kaleidoscope. It's made up of 100 vignettes of characters of the Jewish community, past and present, put together by Morris Cohen, authored by Yankee Fachler, and it's a lovely glimpse. It's a lovely glimpse into the Jewish community. So a small token of gratitude. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to begin the lighting ceremony now, and the first one we're going to light the shamash. I'm going to ask the Lord Mayor to light the very central candle, the shamash candle, followed by Cantor Shulman, leaders in the bracha, in the blessings. The first candle will be lit by Cantor Shulman. Second candle, His Excellency Mr. Zev Boker, Ambassador. Third candle, Mr. Leonard Abramson, President of the JRCI. Fourth candle, Mrs. Hilary Abramson, Dublin City Interfaith Forum. Fifth candle, Miss Jenny Harrison, Mitzvah Day Ireland. Sixth candle, Adam Eppel, Youth Representative. And seventh candle, Andrew Barling, Chair of the DHC. So if you could just be ready to light, and we'll get this ready. Okay, Hazem, take that. And you'll just face it away.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim l'avoteinu bayamim hahem hazman hazeh.
No, you're lighting this one first. This one first. Explained it. Tomorrow's the last night, so we do one show next one, the second. That's it. We're done. Yeah. Maybe from the front might be easier. That's it.
Haneirot halanu anu madikin, Haneirot halanu anu madikin, al hanisim ve'al haniflaot ve'al hateshuot ve'al hamilchamot she'asita la'avoteinu לאבותינו בימים ההם, בימים ההם, בימים ההם, בזמן הזה. מה עשו ישועתי לך נאה לשבח, תיכון בית תפילתי ושם תודה נזבח, יתכים אבדח מצר המנבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח. יוונים נקבצו עלי, אזי בימי חשמלים ופרצו חומות מגדלי, ותימו כל השמיים, ומינות הרקנקנים, נעשה נס לשושנים, בני בינה ימי שמונה, קבעו שיר ורננים, בני בינה ימי שמונה, קבעו שיר ורננים.
Thank you, Cantor Shulman. Thank you, Lord Mayor. Thank you all for coming. So, now there is a reception now inside in the Oak Room, and maybe I thought we could just take a nice group picture. If everybody just faces that way, come in front of the menorah, face that way, and we can get a nice group picture for those that want to, all together. So if you step in front of the Hanukkah, we'll have the Lord Mayor in the middle, possibly. And we'll take... You know what, Debbie, go down one Everybody wants to come forward? Aaron, Cyril, come join us for a picture, nice group picture. This way. Michael, Enoch, this way.
Okay, please, squish in.
Come on, everyone, join us for a big picture. We've actually never done this before. Okay, big smile, everyone.
Okay, we're good.